Hey guys, it's Jack.
And James.
And we're here to show you how to make a flashlight. So we're just going to start with mine because James is doing something. But my flashlight is just made in a bottle of soda. It has a tilt switch. So you tilt it, it goes on, tilt it, goes off. A little defaulty the way I installed it, but yeah. So it's a defaulty. But we both got A's in our flashlight, so if you want to get a good grade on your flashlight if you're doing it for school, you can use these ideas, or you can just make your own and do it for fun. So I'm just going to show you like partial inside of mine. I just have two wires coming up here that go to the light bulb, and they're covered by tinfoil and some tape. And then right here is the big ball of tinfoil and some tape to hold the battery in, which I can actually show you in my drawing. See right here, I kind of have all the tinfoil in there, and that's partially shoving down this battery to hold these two together. And the other part of it, this part, is getting pushed against the bottom of the bottle. And I just have them stacked up here, and I have one wire right into the top of my switch, and a little thing that swings in the middle. This thing, little nail that I have hanging, that is attached to a wire. So when it hits this, there's another wire attached to that, and that runs up to the light bulb, hits the side, and then another wire is attached to the bottom, and that comes down, out the bottom, and back to the bottom of the light bulb holder. I mean, you can do this on a lot smaller scale because you can use AAA batteries, AA batteries, C button cell, like a little button cell ones, like the size of a quarter. But we were supplied with these big D batteries, and if you're using D batteries, you're going to make a pretty big flashlight like this, and you're going to need a toilet paper tube because it just perfectly holds the batteries for some reason. I don't know why it does that, but it does. So I just made a pretty simple little tilted cone for my light director attaching a cylinder, and you probably want to make like a big cone. A cone is good. You don't want to make a cylinder, cube. You want to make a big cone because that shoots the light. Or you could just have it open. Either way works fine. But if you want more power, use the cone. James, are you ready? Okay, he's not ready. But anyways, so I guess we're gonna open mine up and show you the inside. Let's get my tape off. Tape off. Okay. And one more piece. So that's just the top layer tinfoil. I gotta get all my other layers out and take that out. So you can kind of see here I have a little indentation that hits the battery. That holds that in there. And now if you look inside, I got a wire taped to the bottom. This is like the negative part of the battery, the flat part. And so that's taped there, and then you can't really see at the bottom, but I tried to make a compartment here to open it up, but there wasn't enough room when I was making, so I just was there, and then you can see like the inside of my switch taped in there from the bottom. So James, I think, is ready to show his. So, would you give them the information?
Here I have a three-way switch, which you can, it's hooked up to different volts. You can go on high and low. It has a wire coming out from high that will be connected to both series circuits. And it has a low one that's just one series circuit and connected to one battery, which would be less bright. For the battery holders, I just have a toilet paper tube, and I put steel wool and a battery wrapped around newspaper, so it's more tight of a fit. And for the light director, I just have a golf ball sleeve with smoothed out foil on the inside, and the light bulb holder is shining out into that, so it will give it that, so it will go forwards. And here, connecting the wires, I have wire nuts, which you will probably find inside your house somewhere, and the brass fasteners, which attaches the wires. And I have a drawing. This is a drawing of my flashlight. Here I have my drawing. It's a golf ball box, so you can have a lid that you can lift up and put back on. here are the toilet paper tubes for the battery holders. I just use Rayovac batteries and the newspaper around it.
D-cells.
Steel wool is on the side of the toilet paper tubes. And here's the copper wire in the wire nuts. The 3-way switch is up here. This is wood support for the bulb holder. The bulb holder needed to be more elevated. And here are my screws, which you wrap around the wire so it will hit the steel wool, which hits the side of the battery, so it will transfer from positive to negative.
Okay, so far we hope this has helped you a little bit. We're going to make some instructional videos on how we both completely finished our flashlights. We're going to take them apart, rebuild them. Yeah. So, look for those videos, probably give me to the right on your internet page. And this has been James and Jack and
James.
And we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye. Yep. Hey guys, it's Jack, and I'm just going to show you how to make a flashlight. Now you may have seen the first video that showed our flashlights and designed me and James flashlights, but now I took mine apart, as you can see here, and I'm going to put it back together piece by piece to show you. Now first, that's just to help. First things first, you're going to need a paper towel tube. These work, you don't need a paper towel tube, but these are probably the best to hold your batteries. You're also going to need, for the Model Line belly, you can use any other container. You're going to need a container, and I just used a bottle of soda I had. You're going to need 2 batteries. 1, 2. Just 2 of them, and it kind of works. Any size. I used some button cells from another flashlight I built. And you're also going to need a workable switch. You can build one, a simple knife switch, toggle, 3-way, kind of like James' flashlight does, or just my tilt design that's kind of glitchy right now. But so yeah, now I'm going to show you how to put this back together to get you a good idea of how to build a flashlight. Now what you're going to start with is to create a circuit. Now for the batteries, I hooked up 1 wire to the bottom of this right here with some tin foil, and I hooked another wire to the top of these batteries, like right here, so the batteries just get stacked up. And I just drilled this. I had this here for another reason. I don't know why I put it there. That was gonna be used for another thing, but it didn't work out. So you just put this in here, pop that in, pop that in. And once you got that, put some tin foil down here and attach a wire, and just attach a wire up here. So that gets you a very simple battery holder. Sort of a tight fit here, but then you're gonna need your switch, and you're gonna have to find out, like, if you're using a knife switch, all you're gonna need is 2 pieces of, like, 2 nails, kind of like this, and a paper clip tied around one. And then if you're using that, you just attach 1 wire to the wire from the bottom of the batteries here to 1 nail, and then just attach another wire to that. Since mine's a little bit advanced, I had to attach it differently. I just made a ring here and then a hanging thing here, and I had 1 wire attached to these little hanging things, and the other one attached down here, so when this hits that, it turns on. Yeah, so that's my switch. You'll see in James's video that he has an advanced 3-way that can go low, high, whatever. Now, once you have your switch, you may need to pause the video to do it. Once you have your switch, you're going to want to get your container. You're going to either want to drill 2 little holes in your container, or just put a big hole so that you can fit your switch either through the hole, or you just attach it on top and have the holes drilled. Don't attach it completely until everything is in here, and then attach it. This was just for video purposes, and I have to tear apart my whole flashlight. So once you get your container, and if you're using a bottle like me, you're going to want to make sure, or any object really, you're going to make sure there's a hole that you can put everything in. And you can use, for me, I just use this to put my light bulb in. It works out great. You attach your 2 wires. Now, so you have 1 wire from the battery, 1 wire from the batteries going to your switch, and then there's another wire from your switch. That wire needs to be, peel this off. That wire needs to be taped. You're going to want to make a little bit of tin foil around the light part of the light bulb, so you get some area. Just get that in, and then attach one of the wire from the bottom of your batteries to that. And then you're going to want to attach the wire from the switch and make sure it's not touching the other part or this wire at all, and want to just barely touch it to the bottom. And once you have that on there, just put a piece of tape in, or you can solder it if you have a soldering iron. And if you do have a soldering iron and using it for the project, do not solder to a battery, because that can cause some bad stuff. Just don't solder